Check, check. All right, guys, I'm reading in the dark. It's very short. We're on Free to Choose, Chapter 8, Who Protects the Worker. Free to Choose, Chapter 8, Who Protects the Worker. This is called No One. No One. So we got no one. Let's read it. Two classes of workers are not protected by anyone. Workers who have only one possible employer and workers who have no possible employer. Two classes of workers are not protected by anyone. Workers who have only one possible employer and workers who have no possible employer. The individuals who effectively have only one possible employer tend to be highly paid people whose skills are so rare and valuable that only one employer is big enough or well enough situated to take full advantage of them. The standard textbook example when we studied economics in the 1930s was the great baseball hero Babe Ruth. The Sultan of Swat, as the home run king was nicknamed, was by far the most popular baseball player of his time. He could fill any stadium in either of the major leagues. The New York Yankees happened to have the largest stadium of any baseball club, so it could afford to pay him more than any other club. As a result, the Yankees were effectively his only possible employer. That doesn't mean, of course, that Babe Ruth didn't succeed in commanding a high salary, but it did mean that he had no one to protect him. He had to bargain with the Yankees using the threat of not playing for them as his only weapon. Individuals who have no choice among employers are mostly the victims of government measures. Individuals who have no choice among employers are mostly the victims of government measures. One class has already been mentioned, those who are rendered unemployed by legal minimum wages. As noted earlier, many of them are double victims of government measures. Poor schooling plus high minimum wages that prevent them from getting on-the-job training. Persons on relief or public assistance are in a somewhat similar position. It is to be their advantage to take employment only if they can earn enough to make up for the loss of their welfare or other public assistance. There may be no employer to whom their services are worth that much. That is true also of persons on Social Security and less than 72 years old. They lose their Social Security benefits if they earn more than a modest amount. That is the major reason why the fraction of persons over 60 years old who are in the labor force has decreased so sharply in recent decades. For males, from 45% in 1950 to 20% in 1977.